Bilyeli makarada plastiği ilk o kullandı. Torlonu askeri sanayiden yat ekipmanına taşıdı. İlk karbon fiber vinçleri 1995'te America's Cup'ta yarışan Yeni Zelanda takımı için tasarladı. Peter Harken, firmasının olduğu kadar yat dünyasının da dönüm noktaları olan bu aşamaları çok doğal bir şekilde yemek tarifi verir gibi sade bir dille Şubat ayındaki Avrasya Boat Show'da Naviga'ya anlattı. Harken olarak nasıl bir ekibiniz var?
We're very fortunate. We have very good people working in our company, you know. They're wonderful, you know. So I've always said a company's only asset is its people. You can buy machinery, you can buy automobiles, you can buy computers, you can buy the building, but you really can't buy good people. You can offer someone a high salary and maybe you get a good person, but if he's not happy in the end, you won't keep him. People asked us, well, why did you settle in Italy with your European company when we decided we should have a European base? And my brother and I always like the Italian design and their engineering, you know, and the passion of the people. They always wonder, why didn't we go, say, to England or Ireland or English speaking or Northern Europe? And we wanted the passion for design and their engineering and so on, and the people are very alive. Northern Italy, and they're very hard-working up there, very much like our people were, you know, in Northern Italy. So that's where we started there.
Dünya çapında kaç çalışanınız var?
Worldwide, we have 400 employees. Okay? In Wisconsin, at the main factory, we have now 200. We have 90 in the Italian plant, yeah. And then, like in England, we have 18 there. In Australia, we maybe have 6 or maybe the 8. New Zealand, about the same. France, we have, I think, 12. The different operations are in that area, but they're between 5 and 20, somewhere in there, the different smaller operations. Those are all, those are customer service and projects and stuff like that.
Karbon gibi malzemelerle çalışmak nasıl bir şey?
In the racing stuff, in the winches and all like America's Cup kind of thing, in Grand Prix, our winches are carbon fiber. And we do a lot of work in carbon fiber that way. And we're discovering ways to do it in production. We're learning it from the bicycle industry, you know, from all the racing carbon fiber bikes. Well, in a production method, okay? Trek bicycle is very close to us in Wisconsin. And they're one of the top, you know, Lance Armstrong and those guys all use Trek. And and they're a nice company, and we've exchanged ideas. We're very good in titanium, and we showed them how to work in that. And they helped us with carbon fiber. So we're learning from each other. And I've always said that generally everything's been invented, and it's new materials that make the difference all the time.
Harken'in en önem verdiği konulardan biri de yarış ekipmanı üretmek, değil mi?
Most of cruising people now, they're short-handed crew. You know, there's only maybe 2 people on the boat, 3 or 4. In a race boat, you have, you know, 10 monkeys on board, strong guys, and boom. So it's important that the cruising person has equipment that's very easy to manipulate, very efficient, because there's only 2 people on the boat. And you don't have big guys pulling on the lines. And so actually in many cases, the really good gear is more important on a cruising boat than many times on a racing boat. But that's a difficult thing to get cruising manufacturers that make just cruising boats to understand. generally they will put on much cheaper equipment. Simple, but it's much less efficient. But they don't want to pay for the higher end equipment. And that's been a difficult hurdle to overcome, you know. But slowly, more and more manufacturers are discovering that. They use all of our gear on the boats now.
Harken açısından Türkiye pazarını nasıl değerlendiriyorsunuz?
Turkey is a big boat building country. You know, very few people know that. When I'm back in the United States and I tell them about Turkey, they go, "Turkey, boat building?" And I say, "Yeah." I said, "The strongest in wood in the world by far." I've always said I think Turkey has more teak than Burma has, where it all comes from, you know. And people don't realize it. I don't think they realize how industrious Turkey is, you know, all the things they make. I think they, because it's so close to the Middle Eastern countries, Iran and North Africa and all of that, I think they look at Turkey as being in that area, you know, and they don't realize really how industrious the country really is. And but it's becoming a very big boat building country. And I think what's happening with the big boat builders is Turkey is much closer than, say, to the Europeans than New Zealand or China and those places. Because if a customer has to go there, he's got to spend several days. You can't just fly in and leave it in a day. New Zealand or China and those places in the Far East. Where Turkey, a European can fly down from England if he wants to, and he can come and see RMK for the day and fly back in one day. You know, so it's much closer. And the Turkish boat builders are very good. They're really good. You don't need managers to oversee them all the time. China, you do. You know, China, you gotta. You gotta have people on them all the time. Well, I can't blame the guys. They come out of a rice paddy. They've never done anything like this, you know. So you need a lot more supervision.
Şu sıralar Harken'in odaklandığı neler var?
Yeah, we have expanded in the hydraulics. So we have a big hydraulic department now that's grown. Started it about 3 years ago. We were brand new in it. Didn't know anything about it. But we have been asked for many years to please get into it because people were upset with some of the present suppliers delivering late and not on time and hard to get, and service wasn't good. And they knew of our reputation, so in service and delivery. So, will you guys get into hydraulic? Fortunately, where we live near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that is the center of what we call fluid power mechanics or hydraulics of the United States. The university is trained, the guys are trained in it there. And so we had a tremendous resource, and now we're full into it, you know, and it's going to be a good division in the company. It's going to be a big one, and it's growing like that. We're also getting into more industrial things, but our main concentration will still be sailing.